Welcome to ArtStreet. Let's review how we approach change. We consider ourselves, what we know about ourselves, and what we don't know about ourselves. We try to increase our awareness through asking others' perspectives and try to increase our ability to be understood through sharing more about who we are. These choices to increase communication and understanding lay a solid foundation for change. We also consider this thing that has caught our attention, a behavior or a way of thinking. We notice and then we focus on this thing. And as we focus, we often see outcomes from this thing that don't match our hopes or our intentions. These discrepancies are like arrows pointing to areas for possible change. So, how do I get from noticing to changing? I hid the answer to this question at the end of last session's project. I asked, if you could choose, what would you change? The way to get from noticing to changing is to choose. You look at those discrepancies between your values and your outcomes, between what you intend to do and what you've been doing, and you take a stand on a decision point. I know what I want to happen, but I don't know how to get from here to there. Congratulations! Knowing where you want to go is the most important part of this journey. You can get a map and travel supplies. We'll talk about those pieces in subsequent projects. For now, listen to your values and choose what you want to happen, where you want to go from here. Today's project lets us visualize our decision point. We're going to use a drawing technique called single point perspective. You'll need a ruler or straight edge to make this the easiest. So align your paper horizontally. And now we're going to draw a dot at the midpoint of our paper, but not clear up at the top of the page, not clear down at the bottom of the page. So on one, I'm going to make a dot here. I'll show you another example where I'll make a dot down here. Alright, so start with this one. This is where you want to go. Now we're going to draw lines fanning out from this point at regular angles to the sides and the corners at the top of our page. I'm going to show you how we do that. I'm using charcoal so that you can see it. Obviously you can use any light pencil that you want. So some of my lines are going to show through my drawing. That's okay. If you use a lighter pencil, then you can take out those lines after the fact. This is just to show you how this works. So everything that we're going to be drawing is going to point toward where we want to go. Everything. So I'm just starting at the dot that I made and drawing this line out so that I have a bunch of guidelines. These are going to help me with pieces that I add in for details of my drawing. So we're going to draw a path from where we stand at the edge of this decision out to where we hope to get to. So we're going to make a road from here to there. So decide what landscape resonates with your decision point. Are you traveling through a natural area or an urban setting? So using guidelines, I've decided this is going to be my natural setting, and I'm going to have an old country highway. So I'm going to put these lines down my highway. Things that are farther in the distance have less detail and are smaller. Things that are closer to me have more detail and get larger. So even the dots on my road, they're more detailed up close, where the yellow paint has crumbled, and back here they're just kind of smudges. The same way, here's my horizon line I'm making. I'm going to put some old telephone poles in my drawing. So my vertical lines just stay vertical. That part doesn't change. My horizontal line is going to stay the same as well. Put the little insulators up there. And the top on here. Now when I draw my next telephone pole, I'll show you what I'm aligning. It's noticeably smaller because it's going farther toward my destination. So you see, I'm using these guidelines I made to align the bottoms, tops of my telephone poles. If I make another one down in here, it's farther away, it has less detail. Even one farther away, thin, barely a crossbar. So aligned on my guidelines. Now I would make my wires go across here. On the other side, these would go on to the next, and this would come over here as well on this side. To there. On. From this side. Here. Can you see even my curves are getting smaller? As I do this. And on this side, you could also do more of a naturescape, so I can put some trees in here. And even my trees are going to their branches are going to kind of follow these guidelines that we've made, so that I get that perspective that I'm going for. So my trees here. Of course, you can add your leaves and things on. It can be another tree here. Again, following my guideline. So my trunk went out in here. This one will also. Then branches, branches, branches following the guideline, following the horizon line there. So you can see that if I do this, these guidelines, which you could erase out of yours, would guide the eye toward this focal point in the distance. Maybe what I'm seeing on my horizon is maybe there's a place that I'm headed to out here that has some hills. I'm excited to get there. Because where I'm headed is going to be somewhere that's a new place from here. This place is more flat and level. This place has got some hills to it that I want to go to. If I wanted to do a cityscape, this one, use whatever ruler or straight edge you have. Then I'm going to put some guidelines here, and I'm just going to let them kind of be lighter this time, since you get the idea of what I've done. The ones I want to actually be lines, I'm going to go ahead and darken up. Okay. This side. Here. Again, what we're working on a single point perspective. So we're being really focused about what we're looking at, where we are sending our attention, which is what we've been talking about this whole time. Now from here, I can go ahead and I can keep using this, or I can start to freehand. And I can put a building in here, building in here, building, and I can make this guy a brick if I want. So you can add your textures and you can still flesh out your drawing so that it's looking like what you were hoping to explore. The main thing about doing this is to consider there's one place that you want to go, and it's out there on the horizon. You have that country road, or you have this city street that could potentially take you there. And no, we do not know everything we need yet for going on this strip. That's okay, we can figure that out. Today, it's just about deciding where we want to go. So on this side, I can make buildings that go up past where my guideline would go. So think about which type of landscape speaks to you, and take some time to consider how you might want to represent that. Again, you can add elements in that are more natural to what you're making. Again, I have a hidden invisible guideline here, so I'm kind of aligning my tree with that. It's just a city tree, so I'll put it in one of those little metal protector collars. City tree here. Follow the guidelines to give visual integrity to your drawing. They hold it together, they support the focused perspective that you've been creating, and they create depth in your drawing. Choosing based on our values is also integrity. Integrity reduces those uncomfortable discrepancies. It adds depth and meaning to life. Judge your decisions to draw a line, and your decisions about change on whether your choices support or undermine your integrity. Our drawings remind us that when making a decision, we're heading toward a goal. We're going somewhere. It might look far away, but by our decision, we begin creating the path to get there. Until next time.